Peace and love, world. Welcome to another conversation with Zoe. We have my best friend, my brother, the Dominican goat, Omar Monte Plata, El boy, Omarcito. And today, I just want to talk a little about two things: exposure and a little bit about fatherhood. So I want to start about fatherhood. How has fatherhood changed your life?
It's changed every aspect of my life. Everything I do now has some sort of purpose. I'm not just living to live, living day to day, moving around. I have to have a plan, you feel me? It makes me a little more organized. It gives me a little more fight, a reason to fight. Because at the end of the day, all I want now is for her to be happy instead of like all the other shit that I thought would make me happy. All I want is my child to be happy, my child to be good right now. So yeah.
Do you feel like love has a new definition?
Yeah, it's love in its purest form. It's love. I've never seen that love. I love my moms. I love my pops. I love my siblings. I love my friends. I love baseball. But that's just different. I can't explain that love. That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deep.
It's an incredible feeling. I could attest to that as well. I feel like moms have a lot of. I feel like moms support each other a lot. There's mommy and me support clubs and stuff like that. I feel like, how do you feel like dads should support each other more?
Yeah. They do have like these dad chat groups in it's an app. I forget the name of it. It's like a baby app.
Yeah.
It's a pretty famous baby app. But yeah, they do have like these dad groups. Yeah, I would say there's not too many stuff for dads out there. I would say I can't be finding. Plus, not every dad is the same. Like I've met fathers who have a different perspective.
Yeah.
On what being a dad is, and I respect everyone's position.
Yeah.
I just know I'm gonna be an active father.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be super active. Like I'm gonna know my kid's favorite color and their favorite foods and stuff. It's different, I guess, with me.
Yeah. No, I think for what I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say is like, for the dads who aren't there and for the dads that are gonna walk out, I felt like if there's like resources for them to be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to give them a different perspective, like, and to give them the support and the resources and the tools, like, you have somewhere you can go, like, to sort of kind of figure that out. Or have somebody that could reach out to you and call you, like, yo, like, you don't have to punish your son, or your daughter, just be there, even despite your relationship with the mother,
moms, yeah.
And I feel like, in my opinion, from what I've seen, I feel like, you guys don't have to hate each other, just focus on Rafael or Rafaela,
Right, because at the end of the day, the kid is not at fault.
Yes.
Like it's not the kid's fault that any of this happened between y'all two. It's not the kid's fault that he was born. So at the end of the day, there should be some type of respect there for the baby moms and for the baby pops, and there should always be some type of agreement there so the kid doesn't suffer.
Yeah.
Because it's not the kid's fault.
Yeah, and a lot of us make very short-term decisions, and what I like to focus on is the long term. So, this may work for right now, but remember who that child is gonna walk into the world someday, and all of this affects them in the long run, in the relationships they may have, and how they just go through life, And I feel like we can combat that. So that transitions to exposure. We're both from the same neighborhood, and here we are in Dominican Republic. So, what are some things that you plan to expose Blue to?
I want to expose her to life. I don't want to have her living in a bubble. I want to show her life early. Like, I need her to know that life is the way it is. It's not the way you want it to be.
Yes.
You feel me? So you got to be able to manage your emotions when you don't get what you want, when you fail. That's something that I don't know if a lot of parents really, especially in our hood, I feel like a lot of parents are focused on, making sure the kids got the new Jordans, they're making them, very materialistic, these
Materialistic, yeah.
kids, and they're not necessarily preparing these kids for what the world is, because, these parents, they work, so they're able to afford these sneakers, but there's gonna get a moment where these kids won't be able to get these sneakers. They won't be able to buy the Gucci belt. They won't be able to buy any of this vanity, any of this materialistic stuff. It's better to prepare them for the world. The knowledge is power, and at the end of the day, that's really just all I'm gonna try to provide for my daughter and future children or whatever. It's knowledge. I'm a consider myself a success if I leave my daughter in position to fend for herself in the case that I'm no longer here.
Yes.
I don't want to create someone who's reliable upon me, and then when I'm no longer here, that person has no value to the universe.
Yeah.
Or worse, she's gonna find some guy who's gonna be able to provide everything that I provided for her, and then you had to live under his wing. So if anything, right now it's just providing her, like I said, with the knowledge, whether that's teaching her various languages, talk about programming and coding at a young age, teaching her the value of math and science that I didn't necessarily see when I was in middle school, in high school.
Yeah.
You start taking these trigonometry courses and you start saying to yourself, I'm never gonna need that in life. And it's not true. You need to know Excel to excel in life. You just need to. It's one of the things that people need to know.
Yeah.
So it's my job, not even the professor's job, because that's another thing that we do. We tend to just be like, that's school. School need to do that. That's not my, I pay. No. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Education starts at home first, bro. En la casa, like they say in Spanish, that shit, you got to be in charge of that.
Yeah.
The teacher should be extra. But that's on you. You're the one that birthed this child to this to this universe. So it's on us, man. It's on us.
In my short tenure as an educator, well, I still consider myself an educator. I would say it's done in school and undone at home. So it's one of those things where you have to be invested. I know you're tired, but those sneakers, trust me, Jordan comes out every week, every month. The same sneaker, different color. Like, you're keeping up with something that's never going to end. So if you don't have nothing inside your brain, and you're not able to be self-sufficient, then how do you really make it in this world? And that's why the hood, people say, oh, they're going to take the hood out. You can't really, because the hood is really, there's poverty, but there's also a mindset. And poverty is a mindset. You could grow up poor and not feel poor. Because you may have dreams and visions that are bigger than this little 10 block radius you grew up in. Your mind, and that's the beauty of reading. That book could take you to Australia. You could be anywhere in a book, right? So we got to promote things that in the long run are going to benefit us, because you can't even fit those sneakers anymore. The ones that you paid $154 when he was 8, he can't fit it at 18. But that book he read can give him a piece of information that he could use and apply at 18.
For life, yeah. It's something that... it's sad, but it's true, and it's something that, I want no parts of.
Yeah.
I'm all for education, all for knowledge, all for traveling, growing. So those materialistic stuff is not really.
Touch on seeing different countries a little bit.
Yeah, traveling changes you. I honestly think once you get on that airplane, it could even be a train or a car, whatever.
Yeah.
Something you don't come back. You don't come back the same.
No.
It's beautiful to experience different cultures, see how different people do different things.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend. Yeah, I highly recommend that. Because what's real crazy is that I know people out here in DR that would kill to have an American passport, and then I go to the States and I meet people. They haven't even taken their passport out. They haven't even felt the need to fill out the form to to travel. Like y'all don't even care about that, and there's motherfuckers that would kill to have that passport. Because as an American, the only shit limiting you from traveling to another country is money. You want to go to Thailand tomorrow? You out.
So, and we do this in the hood a lot. We can't say it's expensive because what it costs to take out a passport is cheaper than Yeezys.
And the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years.
Shit, the last 10 years. And you're going to get so much more from it.
It's a lot of things that we say are expensive. Like this Apple iPhone that we're recording from, or Apple iPhones are $1,000 and better, right? Stocks, Apple stock is at $127, right? That's a couple nights out. That's that expensive dinner. That's going to City Island 1 week less. Like you could still live your same life and invest your money. Maybe it doesn't happen as often or as frequent, but it still happens. Moderation. And in the long term, you're not worried to work to 63 to retire. You can retire whenever you want because you took care of your finances. So you can be more in control. The same way you are in control of your fashion and you really take that fashion serious, you could apply that same energy to everything else in your life and live financially free.
They say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Because today you'd have the full-blown tree.
$1 million worth of gain.
The second best time to plant a tree, though, is today. Because the next 20 years are going to come by just as quick. So I think it's really important that we start taking steps today to live a better tomorrow. Because I'm 30 right now, but I'm going to be 50 real quick.
Yeah.
The decisions that I make today are going to determine the kind of life that I'm going to be living in 20 years. The kind of life that I'm going to be able to provide for my child. Money, at the end of the day, is just a tool.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a tool to give you options. Because if you don't got no money, then you don't got no options. You got to eat whatever's available. When you got a little bit of cash, you can choose.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's time that us as a people, as a culture, as a group, we start doing what we can instead of focusing on what others can do for us.
Like, subscribe, comment. You heard it here. $1 million worth of game with El Boy.